Welcome to qnawire.
Okay, so for this question, we know that we're looking for a change in the mass after we know that this change in mass has reduced our frequency into half of its original value. So the equation we should be utilizing here is the one that includes both mass and frequency, which is this one. F equals to 1 over 2 pi times square root of k over m. As that being said, you might notice that the displacement given by the question doesn't really have its use in this equation, so we can just forget about it for now. So we have this equation as our original frequency. Now we know that the frequency is reduced to half, so 1/2 of f equals to 1 over 2 pi times k over, and we know that the frequency is reduced because we have a new mass added to the end of the cart. So Fm plus, let's name the new mass m1. And we have those two equations. So in order to figure out m1 without knowing any of the other value, we simply have to put them together. So we know that on the left side of the equation, we have something that's very similar. We have 2f. So by in order to integrate the two equations together, we simply times the first equation by 1/2, and we only take the right side of it. So it's going to be 1/2 times 1 over 2 pi square root of k over m. And that's going to give us the same value as the second equation. So we can also take the right half of it, put it on the right side of the equation. So 1 over 2 pi k over m plus m1. And now we have a new integrated equation. The only thing we need to do is to get rid of the common factors and see what kind of equation we get. The first thing you might notice is that both sides have 1 over 2 pi, so we can cancel that out first, which leaves us 1/2 times k over m equals to k over m plus m1. We can kind of separate the root to make it into a more simplified version. So we can do it this way. Square root of k over square root of m equals to square root of k over square root of m times m1. And it is much easier to see that now we have square root of k on both sides. So this can be cancelled out. And now we have 1/2 times 1 over square root of m equals to 1 over square root of m plus m1. The next step we should do is to take the 1/2 and try to insert it into the square root. So we know that 1/2 is actually square root of 1 over 4, which can also be written as 1 over square root of 4. So the next step will give us something like 4 times m, because square root of 4 times square root of m. So it's going to give us square root of 4m. And the right side is still the same, because we didn't really change any value on the left side. We just changed the form of the 1/2. And now we have something that looks very similar on both sides. From here, we can take out the 1 and the square root, and we can say that 4m equals to m plus m1. Now it's just a simple subtraction. So 4m minus m equals to m1, which will give us m1 equals to 3m. So now we know that if the added mass is 3 times of the original mass, we can reduce the frequency into half of the value.